You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
You get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. We got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You You gotta take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man of the people jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man of the people jamming.
Sufferers don't care who migrate from where, or who living in who pays. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town.
Sufferers only want to know
where the next food coming from.
That's one for all them racists. That's one for the racists. Anytime you bounce up a racist and you hear them running them out, it have a whole set of people don't care what they're talking about. A racist is someone living happy and all their family doing well. So race talk is really not for people in the ghetto catching hell. Now tell the racists, sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear where the next food coming from. Get up early next morning, go down in the 10 days yard. You see so much different race, so much different people line up with the ID card. Or visit my village called Alfaro, where they get no water for years. So much different race, so much different color, with a bucket they don't shed in tears. Now tell the racists, sufferers don't care about color. Sufferers don't care about race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Sufferers don't care who from country. Sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear what where the next food coming from. Visit the General Hospital, and I know that you would be shocked to see so much different race of people line up waiting on one dock, or pay a visit to the 8th ward, where they find no cure as yet. People don't know the race. Yeah, remember the color. All they know is that they're facing death. Now tell the racists, sufferers don't care about what?
Sufferers don't care about
Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. What sufferers don't care who from country. What sufferers don't care who from sufferers only want to hear.
Women food coming from.
A racist is someone who has something that they want to protect. So they will always keep on talking the race talk till the day of the death. But for people, we have nothing. Don't know where the next meal coming from. So I want you to go and to tell all the races suffering makes us one. Tell the races
Sufferers don't care about class.
sufferers don't care about race.
Sufferers don't care about race.
No, sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Tell the races
Sufferers don't care who from country.
sufferers don't care who from town. Sufferers only want to hear what.
Women food coming
One
from.
more.
Sufferers don't care about class. Sufferers don't care
About race. Sufferers don't care who migrate from where or who living in who place. Tell the races
Sufferers don't care who from country.
they don't care who from town.
Sufferers don't care who from town.
Sufferers only want to know.
Women food coming from.
Love you.
Sufferers don't care about race.
apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother. Cover my sister. Them who under pressure. Cover, cover, cover. Cover the preacher. Every church worker. The young believer. Cover, cover, cover. The worship leader and intercessor. Every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution. because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as we say here, when you get into the village, we originate, we don't imitate. It doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Venuranius. Yes? Doesn't matter what planet you're from, doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a mauve t-shirt, a purple t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt. We welcome each and every one in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special welcome to no other than the stormy Diana Storm Benskin from Barbados, McDonald, Waveney, the Trin Bage Gonian, the Bajan, the poet, the poetress, the poetess from St. Augs, St. Augs in St. Augustine, close to Tanapuna, no other than the Trin Bage Gonian, Diana Waveney Benskin McDonald, boy.
Yeah. Edson Arantes do Nascimento. That was Pele's given name.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
I'm Stalin take home a good playmate with him, boy.
Yeah. Let me say welcome to no other than Thomas E., the commissioner of Newark from Sally Bay, close to Toko, next to Sandy Grande, coming back to the highway in Piaco. No other than Thomas E. Marshall Nisbet, boy.
Good evening, villagers. Good evening. It's not such a bright evening, I guess, after the loss of an icon like Leroy Calise.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
All I have to say that I had been blessed at one point in my life to spend some quality time with him when I was a teenager. Yeah, when I was a teenager, he lived not far, and we used to hang out listening to him like the Pied Piper, giving us information as to where he's been and what he has seen. That's long before I even traveled. As a teenager, he lived in Marabella, nearby where I live, Ramdas Street, New City Avenue, and we all used to gather in a porch by a guy named Punkant, where Stalin would be giving us information as to where he's been and what he's seen. It was very, very formative, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
What a guy.
I'm telling you that you know, we have this year all wrong in Trinidad and Tobago has been, you know, a lot of downs more than ups. You know,
yes.
When we look at it, you know, we look at the murder rate, the highest in the history of the country. You know, we lost Explainer as well.
Yeah, boy.
Now we lost Black Stalin. You know, Pele, the greatest of all time, the greatest of all time footballer, the GOAT in football. For the young,
Francine, don't forget Francine recently.
Francine recently too as well.
Yeah, tree. See?
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's been, you know, loss after loss after loss.
While we're on it, right? I just want to skim something that the Honorable Prime Minister of Barbados. I'll just skim through something a post she made. She says, "From the heart. Anyone who knows anything about me knows that I love music. It is key to all that I do. The truth is in one of those early artists who centered me and gave me context and perspective was Black Stalin. He had a way of drilling down always to the core. His message always rooted in truth, justice, and solidarity. Black Stalin was one of our region's finest masters of calypso. Both his lyrics and his melodies expertly captured the rhythm and vibe and voice of the Caribbean. No more so was it evident that in the iconic Caribbean anthem that remains our holy grail of the Caribbean civilization, who else was more poignantly reminded us that we are one people on the same trip, coming on the same ship, pushing one common intention for a better life for we women and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean man."
Yeah, full 100, full 100, full 100.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know, I mean, Stalin has some songs that are not normally played on the radio, and you know, a few of those songs, and one of those songs in particular, it says "Nothing Easy," and when you see the title of that song, you will never think that what he's singing about is real, and it's today in Trinidad and Tobago today. It's real.
All over the world, all over.
All over the world, yeah, all over the world. Correct is right, Tommy. All over the world, you know, the guy was an icon. Explainer was an icon too. I mean, with many of these songs that he sing. As a matter of fact, you know, Explainer have a song. I know, Denise Plum have a song about heroes, you know, and Explainer have a song too about heroes as well, because it is becoming sometimes customary now in Trinidad and Tobago that, you know, we only cherish our heroes after they are gone.
Yeah, boy.
Stalin been sick now for a few years. Well,
8 years also.
Yeah, since he had that stroke, he been sick for a few years now, and you know, you really never used to hear about him. You know, I mean, I don't know if they ever do a benefit show for him. If the government ever decide to do a benefit show for him, you know what I mean? Have a little Christmas party for him, you know, and the independence celebration. They bring all the national heroes together, you know, and have something for them. You know,
nice celebration day.
Yeah, so we just celebrate all kind of other thing. We just celebrate all kind of thing, rather than to celebrate the right thing. Because you know, if you decide that you take some of that money and celebrate these heroes, I don't think people in Trinidad will be upset for that. And if they're upset, they should leave Trinidad.
Yeah.
They are not patriotic.
Yeah, because look, how much I pay Burna Boy, right? Huh?
You know, I finally listened to Burna Boy music. His music is very good enough.
Yeah, you know, I haven't listened to him too. I will listen to him, Tommy. But he listen, it is my belief that an artist should be paid whatever he's worth. But the other thing is this: don't be paying our artists hundreds of thousands of US dollars when our local artists Sometimes CAG even get to perform in a little thing in somewhere in Trinidad or Tobago.
Point
Why?
taken.
Because of
I don't know why. Because of what?
politics. You ain't singing their song. So you think PNM go give Lady Gypsy some dollars to go and sing at a benefit political cemetery?
Well. I think that's every political party.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be, because you're free to express yourself. You're living in a democracy, and you have freedom of speech, right? So that is, and the calypso is it reflects the culture what's
And I
going on.
I
They
think
are
it's
reporters of what is happening in society. She shouldn't be chastised for plying her trade. That's all I say.
I agree she shouldn't be chastised, but at the same time, there's freedom of choice. And if you choose not to have to entertain someone who is negative or you deem as negative towards you, that's your choice. So, I mean,
the government
until
can
what
do
me-
as they please. The
For me,
government can
with
do as they
everything
please.
going on today, what can you sing that is positive about the establishment? You get, oh yeah, give me something positive and a positive lyric.
I mean, there are positive lyrics, but
hope
listen,
is a word that could never die.
Right?
Hope
I
is a word that never dies.
I ain't talking about hope. I talking about the artists are making a song like they usually do, like Juke used to do, like what's his name? Chalk Dust.
no, them days done. Them days done.
So that's what I'm saying. So they ain't gonna get she no berry to perform, because why? She chastising the establishment and they don't want to hear that. She
Do you
shouldn't. That
expect them,
should be.
realistically, you expect them to embrace her?
In a democracy here.
No, Diana. Look, Diana, does the PNM embrace me?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's no
don't-
different. And I don't know if Lady Gypsy is a PNM, but I want to think that she's a PNM. I don't know for sure, but I want to think they're PNM. But you see, it's funny. I got a call from a gentleman today. He says, I've been seeing you posting them on social media, and I want to ask you a question. I said, sure, ask me any question. Just don't ask me about my mother, right? He says, did you speak before the General Council in the PNM a few years ago? I said, yeah, that was me. He said, I was asking myself if that was you, boy, because, back then, certain ideas you had, I thought was, kind of fruitful ideas. And then he saw when I posted about the building on Duncan Street, which Philip Edward Alexander did a live in front of it. And all of a sudden now people saying that, hey boy, that's a great idea, Philip Alexander had, right? It's a great idea, right? And I'm like, well, in 2018,
You presented that on Wall Street.
yeah. And I'm like, wow, boy. I don't know, but I don't think it's PNM people saying that though. I don't think so. Or maybe they actually forget about that, the idea of that was the 11 till 2. But I'm a digress a little. But think about this, right? Think about this. I will just think about this, and I'm gonna get to the chat in a minute. Think about this, right?
I'm in a class 2, Anselm, right? So if I just mute myself and go back to another screen, right?
Okay. And a PNM supporter who supports the PNM come to the party that he supports for economic empowerment, economic development, economic inclusion, and access to academics and athletics for some Black disadvantaged people in the Black disadvantaged communities, that has been 1,000% in support of the People's National Movement. You will think that the PNM people will say, boy, you know what, boy, that's a good idea, boy. Let me rally around that idea because it's something good for the community. Right?
No. So they can start thinking straight and stop supporting? No way.
Tommy, what do you mean by thinking straight and start supporting? What do you mean by that?
And stop supporting and stop guaranteeing them their vote.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, and now another person comes from outside the party, right? With a similar idea, right? And telling the party something, right? Now, you know the party can't give him that. They cannot. They cannot.
Yeah. They just made in order to show that they're good.
No. They can't give him that now.
No?
No. They can't give him.
Why? Because it's patented to you.
No. Not because it's patented. But, right? The party now, people will more get to understand the party better. If you are part of the party and you bring any idea to them that's proactive in order to improve black people from a black person, nah, they want that from you. But if a person from a different hue come to them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
To them. I mean, it's sad, but that's the facts. But
absolutely true.
But they can't give it to him. They can't give it to him. They can't give, because you know that also really bold the station. You know, it's like, you know how they were forced. They were forced to start to do work in Chumaka Clavantil. Forced. They were forced. And I tell people, people that say one person can't make no difference, one person can't make a difference. What is the one they say again? Get in a room with one mosquito or something. What is that analogy? Eh?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
If I get in a room with some kind of mosquito or some kind of thing, say, one person can't make a difference. One person can make a difference, right? And in addition to that, a lot of people will say, well, Wall Street, you need to leave the PNM. Get out of the PNM. Look what they're treating you. They're abusing you. Yes, the PNM has abused the people of Lavantil. It is true. Abuse, right? Year after year after year. But think about this. When your kids misbehave, do you kick them out of the house? And say,
some people do. Some people do.
Depends on how they behave and where they are in life.
Right. But let me say this. When your kids behave, if your kid is 12 or 10 or 11 and they misbehave, you kick them out of the house? Well,
yeah, get up to ACS.
You can't do that in America.
How do you mean? There's a thing called persons in need of supervision. You can put a pins on them.
Kick them out of the house.
Because why? You can't take a belt and drop some on them up here.
No,
but call them, hey, person in need of supervision.
But if you put them out and they call the police on you.
Abuse.
Boy, what? You know you're losing them for good.
Good riddance.
Good riddance?
Yeah, maybe you'll behave where you're going.
No, you can't change things. You know, people think you could change things from the outside. You can't change things from the outside.
If you're not listening on the inside.
No, you can't change
things. Diana, you don't buy children and came mad, so you return them when they behaving bad, you know.
They what?
You see, you don't buy children and came out when they behaving bad.
When they behave bad,
you throwing out in my garden for Stormy? If he misbehave, I ain't gonna tell you why it is do, but it is game to behave.
No. We know what it is do. You tell us already.
Why it is do?
You just take a bottle with water and spray it in the nose. Mental abuse.
Poor fella.
Imagine you spraying a dog in the nose with water.
But the way you say it, I'm like I sprayed it up in the nose. I'm spraying it from about 2-3 feet away. It's like sprinkles on him. He doesn't like that. He find that the dogs find that's annoying.
Yeah. When
so that is the correctest behavior.
Okay, imagine, boy, you getting sprayed in your nose with water.
Yeah, you get sprayed. It's an approved way of training your dog.
I know I grew up dogs in Trinidad. I never sprayed the nose with no water. I had plenty dogs.
I spray plenty with the water hose.
And my sister-in-law and my dogs, I never see the nose wet yet.
I spray plenty with the water hose. You behave, yeah. Spray it.
What's that song? The people want water. That's how it is. It's Stormy want water. Anyway,
Yeah, let them don't behave now.
of course, first in the village tonight was Nadia. Nadia, welcome.
Welcome, Nadia.
Nadia says good night, Anselm. Nadia, you actually spell my name correctly, you know. That is wonderful. I appreciate that because people just call me Anselm, Anselm, Anselm.
I think I have it spelled wrong then.
But no, Nadia have it spelled absolutely correctly, and there's a saint by the name of Saint Anselm. I've told you guys about that.
Yeah,
Saint Anselm.
we heard about it. Yeah,
A great philosopher. There's also a university called Saint Anselm as well.
Yeah,
So Nadia, thank you so much for spelling my name correctly. And normally, if I go into a room with a lot of ladies, I tell them they don't have to call me Anselm. They could call me Handsome for short. You know, it's easier. You know?
Well, hello. Let me take a drink.
They don't have to call me They could just call me Handsome for short. You know what I mean? And a lot of the ladies too. Yes.
I'm choking. Well, what's going on?
Yeah, Handsome. That is it. You know, watch now. It's only you have to believe. It's like when I give jokes, I bring my own audience. I don't need nobody else to laugh. When I give a joke, I laugh first. And then everybody else laugh because either they're laughing with me, at me, or they're laughing at the joke. One or the other. Tommy, Nadia says good night to you with blue and yellow emojis. Diana Benskin, good night, love. From Nadia. Nadia sent out to Keisha, Judy, Rose, Lana, Miss. Hey, how Lana going? Miss Kuva, Capiza. Good night. Rennie, Albert, Kenjon, Hailey, Ellis, Ulrich, Eugene, Julian. Good night. Yeah. Albert Montana was in second tonight, boy. Albert said good night. Good evening, Nadia, boy. Yeah. Nadia. Everybody say good night to Nadia. Everybody, Nadia. There's something about Nadia, you know. I don't know what it is. I don't figure that out, but
I realize you don't whisper her name anymore.
Nah, boy, I stop whispering. I love doctors in the chat now, you know. I have to be careful. Look, you love doctors in the house. You love doctors. Say good evening, brothers and sisters. Good love is all I bring. Yeah, they love doctors in the house, man.
You love doctor, please.
Huh?
Please. Me, the one that can't get a fig grow yet, please.
Who's that? Go ahead. The man will make your offer. You ain't accept the offer yet, though.
Oh, what was that he made?
I don't remember. Nadia, Albert minding your business. You wouldn't know if you're living in Diego Martin. Yeah, Albert, she living in Diego Martin. Just in case you want to know. So Nadia don't have to answer for you. Oh, God. Yes, Rennie Mohammed. Black Stalin was one of the icons of TNT. Legacy will live on. Absolutely. Full 100. Yeah, I remember Stalin singing in the Southern Brigade when he won Calypso King in South. Yeah, man. That fella, boy.
Yeah.
No joke. Salute, Mr. Leroy Blackstone, one of the icons of TNC. Legacy will live on. The year before, Shorty won with 12. 12 what, Albert? When he say respect to the panel, Star Wars, Lady Diana. Man calling her Lady Diana, yes?
Hey, she dead, eh? Okay.
Putting handle to your name.
She dead.
But Shorty and Stalin have some similar vibrations, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're both Libra sixes. Libra sixes. They're both Libra sixes.
Okay.
Like I am.
What does Libra 6 mean?
They're born under the sign of Libra and they're number 6.
Okay. 6 is what? The 6th horoscope or the 6th of the month or what? 6 months?
24th of a month the 6th of a month, the 15th of a month, you're number 6.
What is that? When you put the two of them together, 5 and 1, 4 and 2?
Right. Or just your straight 6.
Or just straight 6? Okay. All right. So 1 and 5, 2 then.
1 and 5 is 6.
3 and 3?
6.
Anything that adds up to 6. Any
But there's
day.
there's no 33 days in a month.
No. No, wait. No, I told you it was just. Oh, yeah. I thought you was just talking about numbers, you know.
Yeah, talking about numbers, but I'm talking about birth dates.
Okay. So up to 31 then.
Right.
Okay. I learned something. Albert Montana said, I heard a counselor telling me the gangs in TNT is in control. You know, telling you that? You know,
You get him memo late.
Eh?
You get him memo late.
Like, I don't know, boy. Like the fax the memo to him, and he didn't go on the in the printer to pick it up.
It looks that way.
Oh God.
Get by snail mail.
Albert said he told me the government should bring out the army to stop murders and crime. The police cannot stop murders and home invasion. They don't know what to do.
Martial law.
The fox cannot protect the chicken coop. But
is it they don't know what to do, or they just wouldn't do anything? They have fear in their hearts.
I don't know. I just feel that
they feel it's gonna affect their voting numbers. That's what they feel.
My feeling is that all they're concerned about is their retirement, and and everybody wants to retire alive. They figure if they have to face danger, that it decreases their chances of retirement. They may be forced to retire. They may be forced to retire in a very unpleasant way. That's my feeling.
Yeah. You know, Albert says people want to know if the PNM had 1,000 raffles to fund the 6-story building in Balize House. I have been told, I have been told by people that the PNM could get a mortgage. The PNM can get a mortgage to fund Balize House, to fix Balize House, or to build Balize House. And I get that from a good source who is not in the PNM, but used to be an executive in the PNM and handled money in the PNM. Let me put it that way. So that person knows what they're talking about. And I believe that person. So when we say in asking the questions is that, oh, how much raffles they do in order to build Balize House? They really don't have to do raffles to build Balize House. And even if they're saying that it is sub-directrix, right? They could actually get a mortgage to fund to build Balize House. They could actually get a mortgage. Anselm, my friend, was born in Paget. Okay. Where Paget is?
Puna.
Oh, okay. What part is Paget?
Behind the market.
Or behind it on the Puna market?
And cross the highway up in the back.
Okay. And you know something? It had a woman today on social. I'll go read that for you after I come back, You know, that's why we are in the condition we are in Trinidad, I don't know. The statement that woman said about PNM people, right? I actually, because I don't really, I very rarely do I talk about the UNC. Seriously, very rarely. But when the UNC people started to talk about the PNM people and the kind of comments, it's like denigrating them and telling them like, just like what Sat Marat says, it's like black people lazy, right? And the same type of rhetoric coming from her. So she called me, what she called me? A blurring idiot. Right, a blurring idiot. I tell she takes a blurring idiot to know a blurring idiot. And I hope her kids, right? Because she was talking about my kids. Anytime they talk about my kids, I just talk about their kids too. Right? And I hope your kids don't think you are blowing idiot. You know? And on her social media page, she says she looking, what? She not looking for love. I think that's what she said. Right? But I mean, why is it that when we having a discussion, it denigrates into attacks against each other, and not an attacks from a party perspective? Personal. They go into the gutter.
That's their behavior. That's the way they train.
And I'm going to read some of the things that she said and other people said as well. Because, I mean, after a while, man, it's like, you know, and I said this, right? And we're going to go for a break after this. And I want to put this back up here. Let me put this back up here for a minute. I want to say this, right? You see, if you want to make an impact on people who you want to support your party, right? And, okay. Hold on. Right, look. So based on these statistics, right, it says 7% Indo-Trinidadians support the PNM and 5% Afro-Trinidadians support the UNC, right? If you want to increase both parties, if you want to increase Indo-Trinidadians, I'm just talking about what this thing put here, and Afro-Trinidadians to support your party, you're going to have your supporters talking each other bad? And denigrating them? Let's go for a break. It's in the village with DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And tonight we're celebrating, you know, the late, great icon of Calypso, Dr. Leroy Callis. Stick and see. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licked from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land.
Excuse me.
No volume. Not hearing it.
That's the great Leroy Calise, boy. No other than Leroy Calise. Let me say welcome to Miss Coover. Oh God, yeah, Albert. I like Albert too bad, you know.
What you do now?
Hold on, let me go back here. Albert boy. Albert says. Nadia Albert says he used to live opposite Alice Glen, 1972 to 1973, and came back to Simeon Road in 1970 by Smith, then down close to Sparrow, then Tobago, Mount Irving Bay Hotel. Diana, your friend, I think maybe the wall is more pep. I think maybe he wanted to say wall, you know. Maybe it's wall he wanted to say. I know.
Who's my friend?
I don't know. Albert saying, yeah, I think it's wall. Maybe me is now pep. I know you get that. Or she doesn't know that's not a P&M agenda. Albert. Yeah, Albert, Nadia says she know all them thing we're talking about it. Albert say Wall Street is now pep. God, they give me pep. I was PDP. I was UNC. God, I'm making all the parties, boy. I like what they call gypsy again? The
Grasshopper.
Yeah, I like the grasshopper, boy. I like the grasshopper. Tonight, Wall Street not wearing any red jersey. Okay. Albert says, Anselm want the police to lock up Diana. Don't tell Wall Street no more.
Not long of that at all, because I just
You know,
spray Stormy when he misbehave. Anybody could
he,
do what they want.
listen. If the dog monitors go to Diana apartment, they will able to easily decipher if Diana is treating the dog in a way not supposed to. I not
Okay.
involved in that.
Stormy is happy and healthy, chubby as ever, and good disposition.
I not involved in that. Curtis Monteshad, good night. Eugene Julian, good night to you as well.
Okay.
I talked to my father today in Tobago, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, I was talking to my father on the ground in Tobago. He say,
I'm actually heading there week after next.
he say,
Yeah, going on. It's cool.
he said the people are disappointed with Watson Duke.
Mm.
Yeah, the people on the ground.
Mm.
And I also talked to my mother-in-law too. And she's my mother-in-law, right? No, my stepmother. Oh, my mother-in-law, my stepmother.
Oh, yeah.
My stepmother. She said, yeah, the people are kind of, she grew up with Duke very, 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 a young age, you know, a vibrant
Mm.
guy. But they thought Duke would have kind of make up with the people in the THA and fix things. You know, but it seemed like you're all hell bent on mashing up everything. You know? But maybe he has plans that we don't know of. Miss Coover, welcome, good night. Maybe he has plans that we don't know, you know what I mean? But I guess we continue to lose our icons in Trinidad and Tobago. And well, I think Stalin got an honorary doctorate.
Doctor, yeah. Mhm.
Right. So that was something good that happened before he departed this earth. You know? And it's just sad that so many of them.
And didn't he get a street name after him too? No.
Yeah. You also had a street
Mhm.
name after them. Yeah. You know, so I mean, you know, Easy Crawford had a plane name after him once, right?
Right.
I think.
And then they take it out of service.
And what did they do that for?
The name at that time, you gotta say, was an airplane, and it's that doesn't last forever.
Yeah, that is. Why would you
Yeah,
put
but
a
they should transfer it to the next one.
Why would you put a person name on a plane and you know that not gonna last forever?
Put it on transfer it
Transfer it to where?
from
But
one plane to the next, but make sure there's always a plane with its name on it.
Anselm, he's got a stadium.
Correct is right. Yeah, he does. He does have a stadium.
Uh,
That's a good thing.
oh.
That's a good thing. But
Stadium.
also we have to say that the icon, the greatest of all time
Pele.
in
Soccer.
in soccer, the greatest of all time. And you know, people want to debate if Messi is greater than Pele.
No,
No
no,
question. Pele is the greatest.
Huh?
no,
No
no.
question about Pele's greatness.
I mean,
That's
it's not
right.
even close.
Uh,
I mean, it's not even close. You know that he's the greatest of all time.
But
and you
what
know who
Messi?
got the name Pele?
No.
I heard a news story where they said that it was the name of one of his favorite either entertainer or athlete. But it sounded like Pele, but he couldn't get the person's name pronounced. And it came out sounding like Pele. So I have to look up this story and bring it to you guys. That's how and they called him that.
I think Pele played. He won 3 World Cups, and I think he played in 4 consecutive World Cups.
Mm-hmm.
So World Cup is for every 4 years. So I mean, to play in a World Cup for 16 years, to be able to play in a World Cup for 16 years it's incredible. You know.
I remember back in the day when you watch football. I mean soccer. What we call it in the Caribbean? Football, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I go into football. I only know what I'm talking about. Man, and Pele on the team. Oh boy, they play. They were jumping and noise, you know, noise. When he came up with his footwork and if he scored, and ooh, like when they used to listen to boxing matches. Remember that?
Yep,
Hmm.
yep.
They
Now,
listen on this tiny transistor, and every punch that went, you hear somebody, hear a crowd in agony or ecstasy.
mhm. Yep, yep. Pele won 3 World Cups: 1958, 1962, and 1970, and he played in 4 World Cups. So, I mean, if you want to talk about the top of the top, you know,
Messi can't compare. Messi cannot compare to Pele.
yeah. I don't know how people could. Well, I mean, you could make the comparison because this was the. I mean, sometimes it's recency bias too.
Mhm.
You know that everybody just see Messi in the World Cup, and yes, he was the best player for Argentina and all this type of stuff. But if you saw Pele play,
Mm.
it was different. It's
Yeah.
just the guy was a maestro.
That's right.
Mhm.
And what Messi is doing is nothing that hasn't been done by Pele. Anything
Yeah,
that
no,
he's
and
doing.
more.
Right, Pele did a whole lot more. That's true.
Yeah, and it's just that. But I just think the media wants to create, a certain type of
No,
Let's say-
narrative.
no. Let's say it straight. There's always need for a hope that is of lighter hue than
mm,
Oh God,
straight
Toby,
talk is bad. Straight talk is bad manners, you know.
yeah. Toby, I'm just trying to be a little diplomatic. You know what I mean?
Melanated skin seems to be a problem when it comes to greatness.
Correct is right.
But
melanated skin is a problem everywhere. Ah,
yeah,
yeah. Oh.
Correct is right. It's like all of a sudden the media is anointing Messi as the greatest of all time, and I'm like, really? I mean, it's not even close, man.
not even close.
It's
Not
not
even.
even close. Not
Mhm.
even close, man. Not even close. But I
But
mean,
we have to realize the society that we live in,
mm,
what greatness means, or who's supposed to be great and who's supposed to be not so
yeah.
great.
Mhm. Let's say welcome to Akira.
Good evening,
Uh,
Akira.
Akira. Let me make sure I get this right, eh? No, Akira is Anderson. Yeah, I get that right. Akira, welcome. Akira, we haven't seen Anderson about 4 months now. We hope
Yeah.
he had, huh? Well, look at this. Look at this. Wait now. Look what happened. Look, look what happened. I'm now saying to Akira, we haven't seen Anderson in 4 months. Anderson comes, right? I think they're playing paid. I feel so.
Uh-oh.
So Akira says pleasant good night to all. Then only about 1 minute later, Akira said it at 7:26. 1 minute later, Anderson comes.
Mhm.
Pleasant good night. Only thing is paid. Just now we go have now. Troy Smith go come and say
Yeah.
good night. And then Kizzy go come and say good night too as well. You understand?
Hey, we
And
Anderson,
welcome all are welcome in the village.
all are welcome. How was your Christmas, Akira and Anderson? But
Akira checked the location button on his phone. He'll see where he been.
when is the
Uh-oh.
wedding? Akira and Anderson. Oh no, the wedding going already? Okay. Amadullah, welcome.
Hey,
Listen,
so,
wait now. Eugene Julian says the transformational leader has failed on transforming Tobagonians.
Oh Lord.
What does he mean by that?
Yeah, you coined the both of them transformation. Or is it Farley?
No, both of them.
Right. So Farley has not failed.
I never said that Watson Duke was a transformational leader based on what he was going to do in Tobago. I said he was a transformational based on what he did with respect to the elections in Tobago.
Mhm.
And what Farley did with respect to him as the THA chief in less than a year, in less than, well, no, it was about 6 months' time then, right? And Farley continues to show that he is a transformational leader. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I
And
don't
this
know.
is the what Christmas under this current administration. Ooh,
What? What do you mean what
no,
Christmas?
no ham and macaroni pie.
Okay. Oh God. You want to
Well,
listen? And this
that was
thing,
good, very good for you. I depend on somebody to send me something
depending
too.
you and Janet sent something for my wife and I before the 4th of January. It's my birthday and my Anderson birthday is the
That's
4th.
good. And my birthday just gone. I want somebody to send me a belated something.
Anderson said he rowdy P&M kill Christmas. He said he didn't know Christmas passed. Yeah, Christmas passed. Anderson, I see a MP, Keith Scotland, giving out hampers and thing. He didn't call you? I see him giving out hampers.
I thought it was Fitzgerald Hines for him.
No. Fitzgerald was on the horse.
Uh,
Yeah,
he's on the horse.
yeah, on a horse.
What do you mean on a horse?
You didn't see the picture of him on the horse?
What do you call it? Capacity scene?
Well, they have me confused with it.
You didn't see
Trinidad
Fitzgerald on a horse
Colony.
and truth? And the picture was all over social media.
What horse he was on? Oh, you mean when he look? Oh,
He was
was
oh,
horsing
that picture.
around.
He was horsing around. Yeah.
He was
You know
horsing
what?
around.
I don't know. I don't know if that picture was what people making it out to be though.
Me too.
I just feel that we in Trinidad, our mind have become so fickle that we will allow something like that and take it to the extreme. I really didn't see the problem with that. Huh?
How significant was it?
Yeah. I don't see it's like every little thing we put a microscope on it and we make it way bigger than it is. Everything. So when something really important come up and we want to put a microscope on it, we can't even put a microscope on it because everything is a problem. Everything cannot be a problem. I didn't see him on a horse with a youth as anything. You know, I really didn't see it. And I didn't get it.
Me neither. They misconstrued it, the intention of the photo shoot.
Yeah, I mean, if the man got on a horse and a little kid in front of him, I mean, really?
He probably, to me, he was probably securing the kid so in the event that the horse jumps unexpectedly, he could still hold the ladder and he doesn't fall and injure himself. Because that could happen. The horse could get startled, and that's a serious fall. But if the way he had him cups, if it happened, he could brace him and
Yeah,
stave off serious injury. But
but why do we make Anderson City hampers? You could pick up your 4 fingers.
oh shoot!
And he said the horse must have on tight pants. That's why I just
Oh,
and this,
no!
oh God. Anderson beat him still have shit water, but man riding horse.
Oh Lord!
Yeah. But listen, I think we have to get to the point where is that we start to deal with serious issues seriously.
Mhm.
It's like every issue, right, is blown out of proportion. Well, no. Let me repeat that. Many issues that shouldn't be blown out of proportion is blown out of proportion. Wall Street asked Andy what was different this Christmas than past Christmas. Who's Andy?
Anderson.
Oh. Anderson, somebody want to know what was different this Christmas than past Christmas. So Eugene Julian wants to know. And Anderson will tell you. So yeah, I think we make a big issue out of nothing. I mean a little issue and make it a big issue. And I think that's what we have become in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I mean, little issue, a man riding a horse, a little boy in front of him. Look how we pressing up against the boy. You know, I mean, and we have become a very cynical society.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Anderson say it has been put us in every and 7 years now them children pointing at toys and crying every year. Anderson, yeah, I don't know, boy. I don't know what we have come to in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what I mean? We see, with a person like an icon like Black Stalin leaving us, Explainer leaving us, Francine leaving us. 2022
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be a year, boy, that with the highest murders in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. They are flooding. They had to put up 140 million for the people. That 140 million actually gonna get to the people.
Mm.
You understand? I mean, there's so much. We have Stuart Young talking about there was an article on Reuters, and Stuart Young saying the person not telling the truth. And then they put a picture with the person and a UNC person. Oh God, it's just bacchanal and bacchanal after bacchanal.
And you have them the coming out of the pandemic and how it's like how it hit turn a lot of people upside down. You know? All those debts, the locking out prior. Ugh, not good.
I mean, I just want that in 2023, you know, I would like to see I would like to see some improvement in Trinidad and Tobago. And rather than excuses, for why it is the way it is, and that the prime minister can't do nothing, and the minister of national security can't do nothing, and the acting commissioner of police can't do nothing, and why we blaming them. You know what I
And
mean?
president,
You
Well, I
know,
mean,
you know what I'd like to see happen in 2023?
mhm.
mm,
CARICOM is going to be 50 years old. I'd like for them to really make CARICOM become something valuable to the entire region.
that would be wonderful. Have one currency, one passport, all that good stuff, right?
Yep.
Just
That
like
would be,
how the European Union allows everybody to travel in between. Yeah.
I would really like that. That would really be a gift to Stalin. Stalin would not have died in vain.
Hmm.
Because he advocated for Caribbean unity the same way that I did when I had my show. I missed an opportunity to interview Stalin. Um, Errol was supposed to do a pilot with my program because I had made a proposal to him. It never came
Hey,
off. How,
yeah, I just said that. Let me see if I have crazy number to call crazy. And Dana, you have crazy number? Let me see if I,
I'm sure, no? Mm-mm.
let me see if I young. Let me see if I have his number in my phone. So you want to call her I young? Hold on. Is Winston I young, right?
Edwin,
Edwin I young. Thank you, Tommy. Edwin I young. AYONG. Okay. Nah, I don't have. I don't see his number here. I have
Maybe I have him to stay under crazy. Check and see. Because
yeah,
you had called him one time.
yeah. I called him one time.
Mm.
Crazy. Let me see. Crazy.
um,
CR.
Welcome to the village, Curvin Henry.
Yeah. You know who that is?
Who's that?
The UK is out of that. Out of what? What is the UK out of?
What do you mean, what? The sewage waste flowing by the abattoir? The abattoir where they handle the meat supply? But
that's right.
that's chances for cross contamination.
Hey, I ain't have crazy number, Let me call Dwayne O'Connor and see. Let me see if I have Dwayne O'Connor.
Cholera, diphtheria, all them. Ooh. And nobody ain't fixing it.
Hello, let me call Dwayne O'Connor. Hold on.
Not good.
The UK, the UK is out of that. What is the UK out of?
I mean, maybe he talking about Brexit. I don't know.
Oh, and the money.
Well, the unity they have, perhaps that's what he's referring to.
Why you want unity when their dollar have more value than our dollar?
You can have a strong dollar in the region, and you can barter better on international fronts.
Remember, we didn't join up the federation when we had a chance, right? Jamaica didn't want to join,
right?
Right?
Jamaica who made
that you see that is the problem with the African. You see what they're doing? I sent you a clip. I don't know if you see it, Anselm, but I sent you stuff, but I don't see you pull it up. You see what they're doing in the Dominican Republic? They wouldn't let the Haitians in to work, give them a quota then, a visa or whatever. They're putting up a wall and they're using Haitian labor to build the wall. You see what I insult? Huh?
To lock themselves out.
You see what I insult? I don't know. And on an island, that is no big. That's an island. What is the need for a wall? And they could learn from each other, cultures and stuff. Hey, boy, in this skin, you can't win, boy. And they try and get over to the Bahamas, and the Bahamas want to treat them the same way too.
But the thing is that Haiti has resources that are being stolen. Anyway.
And there's nobody governing the country properly. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's not the solution to Haiti's problem. And I've often said, right, places like Quebec, Montreal, they are French speaking. And I remember when I visited there a couple years ago, everywhere where you're hearing the population aging, because I take the thing and I translate it, right? The population is aging and they need workers to come in. So what the Haitians speak French, but them speak a different kind of French. Let them come in, give them work, and you build up your tax base. That makes sense, right, Anselm? But no, they don't want them. Why, Tommy? Why they don't want the Haitians?
The Haitians represent a strength that they don't want to acknowledge.
Don't even go so technical. They don't want it because they're black. All right? I go say it. Because the other day, when the Venezuela...
There are other black people who go into Montreal.
But they don't want... Yeah, there are others, but they will not take a mass amount of people from Haiti and inculcate. Okay, the other day, when they were fleeing from Afghanistan, whatever, they went to pick up, they pack them in planes and they bring them, a lot of them to Chicago and other places, right? And they made, embrace them and dispense them into society. Same thing they're doing with all these Venezuelan, Nicaraguans, and these middle South American immigrants, right? So they bust them to in front of Kamala House the other day here. They bust them to Martha's Vineyard, or flew them to Martha's Vineyard, correct me if I'm wrong. And when you're listening to the plight of the Haitians, they send the Haitians to Haiti. You'll never win in this skin. Yeah.
We have to realize that Haiti embarrassed the Europeans.
Some olive volume gone low. I don't know what it is. My volume is all the way up.
Can you hear me?
Come up. I'll come on and call somebody and see if my volume is working. I don't know. You sound really soft now.
I can hear you. Let me see if I can.
But I'm hearing like you're far away.
So Eugene says,
Tommy, I'm good.
all Caribbean countries have to come together. They have tried that before.
But
And Calvin Henry says the UK dollar is 7 to 1. Yeah, the UK dollar used to be
9, yeah,
7 to 1.
they lost something the other day with
Yeah.
the changing of the guard, changing the arm, the guard, the new the man of color, the prime minister.
Well, he also said the UK is the UK is the EU.
Okay,
Right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the UK is no longer in the UK left, right?
I think they
Right?
Yeah,
Brexited.
The UK left the European Union, right?
Yeah, they Brexited.
they
Yeah.
exited, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Britain exited.
Yep. Mhm. So
That's better.
my thing is, yeah, that's better. My thing is, you have people that strike, and when I saw this story of the building, I know Dr. David Mohammed will come with some history. There's some solid history between the Dominicans and the Haitians. And there's a story about the Dominican women not wanting the 4C type hair because it makes you closer to being African. So they try to get rid of that type of hair. You ever heard that? Tommy, ever read anything on that or seen?
Well, I know the problem with Dominica, or should I say Dominican Republic and Haiti, is the not wanting the African domination in the whole island, which is Hispaniola.
Mm-hmm. It's an island. Who needs a wall on an island? I mean, come on. I mean, let me. I'm googling something. I'm googling the size of Hispaniola. I mean, because
I think most people know that the UK has a pound, not a dollar. I mean, you
True.
may just say the UK dollar, but you actually know you mean a
It's a
pound.
pound. Yes.
Yeah, it's a pound. Everybody know the pound. Yeah, the UK is out of the European Union. Yeah. But I want as you said that,
Mm-hmm.
I was reading something today, right? And what's his name? The guy who's now in charge in the United Kingdom. What's his name? I forget his name. Yes.
Khan, no Khan.
I forgot his name. The question is this, right? I was reading an article today. Let me see if I get this article. This article was very interesting, very, very interesting. And I think I sent that article to myself. Let me see something. Okay, hold on.
Sunak. Ansel?
Yeah, Sunak. I was reading something today, and I wanted to. Man, I thought I sent that to myself. I did not. Okay, and I could try and paraphrase, but they were trying to show that there was a lot of people of Indian descent that was running a lot of companies in the United States of America. And what they mention is that there are more people of they call them people of color.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that was very interesting.
Oh.
Because when you're in America, people of Indian descent call themselves people of color.
Mm.
When you're in Trinidad, you don't call yourself a person of, well, let me don't say you don't call yourself that. Many may call themselves differently, so to speak. Right? And I'm wondering, and what's his first name, Diana? Sunak?
Rishi Sunak.
Richie Sunak. Thank you so much. Richie Sunak, they have called him a person of color too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it was beneficial to say that we have these people at the top of these companies and they are persons of color. And I really don't care, really and truly. If it is, it is. But it just appears to me that a person of color or people of color is being used very conveniently. I could be wrong, but it seemed like it's being used conveniently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Conveniently to their benefit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Tommy?
Of course.
Tommy, you doesn't agree with me too easy sometimes. You know?
Because it's true. It's true.
Yeah. I doesn't want to agree with me so easy. I want you to push back a little bit, man.
No, but some things are obvious, you know?
Well, when they don't agree with me, I know I'm doing something good.
And that is very rarely.
Yeah, but I just say, when you agree with me, I know I'm doing something good. Right?
But you see, reality, you could do what you want. Reality will always set in.
No, it's interesting. You know, I'm shocked. What the hell I did with that article, man?
It's convenience, you know, and
no. Here is this other one, right? No, the World Population Review.com, right? It says, wow, this is interesting. Worst countries for racial equality. Qatar is number 1. Serbia is number 2. Saudi Arabia is number 3. Sri Lanka is number 4. United Arab Emirates is 5.
I ain't going there.
Huh?
I wanted to go there. I changed my mind.
Slovakia is number 6. Myanmar is 7. Israel is 8. Ukraine is 9. And which country? Ukraine is 9. And which country you think is 10th?
China.
No.
The UK.
You have to drop the K.
The USA.
The USA.
Oh God.
Worst countries for racial equality. Qatar, Serbia is 2. Qatar is 1. Serbia is 2. Saudi Arabia is 3. Sri Lanka is 4. United Arab Emirates is 5. Slovakia is 6. Myanmar is 7. Israel is 8. Ukraine is 9. And United States is 10.
Israel is up in there?
Israel is number 8.
But you know what, Anselm?
But wait a minute. Now we have another one. Most racist countries in the world.
Oh boy.
Most racist country in the world.
Most racist country in the world?
In the world. This is by the World Population Review.com. This is no joke place. This is a serious place. This is where you go. Number 1 is India.
Wow. You put the word out my mouth.
Number 2 is Lebanon. Number 3 is Bahrain. Number 4 is Libya. Number 5 is Egypt. Number 6 is the Philippines. Number 7 is Kuwait. Number 8 is Palestine. Number 9 is South Africa. And number 10 is South Korea. Now, if you had asked me, I would have thought that South Africa would have been close to the top. If you had asked me, based on what happened in South Africa.
But no, there's been a lot of work done.
It's 9 and India is number 1.
India is number 1. Ain't that something?
And it goes to say that India ranks as the most racist of countries included in the study. Located in Southern Asia, India is the second most populous country on earth with roughly 1.3 billion people. According to the surveys, the country resident displays considerable intolerance for people with darker skin, they are foreign descent, particularly African or simply darker skinned Indians. India has little immigration and few international residents. As a result, most of the people are of Indian descent themselves. The detail is considered to be a major contributing factor to racism in India. When one is unaccustomed to seeing or interacting with people of different races, it is often more difficult to integrate with someone of a different nationality or ethnicity. The notion is borne out in the survey results. Approximately 43.6% of all Indians who took the survey said they will not be comfortable with neighbors who are of different culture, ethnicity, or race. 64.3% of Indian participants also reported that they were either discriminated against or had witnessed discrimination unfold in their home country.
Whoa!
This is something
This is
something by the World Population Review.com.
Startling statistics, boy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised because I read about the Dalits, the Black Untouchables of India. So,
no, I was surprised.
But you know, one country I thought I would have seen in here, Portugal.
Yeah,
but I don't see them.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I'll be honest with you. And what led me to that is that being successful in the United States and being in charge of these because Starbucks, the CEO of Starbucks, is going to be an Indian person who considered himself, who they will call the person of color. Right? So, I mean, you know, and I've been trying to tell people over and over. I've been trying to tell us, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, we have to stop. You know, because what you could do when you get information like this, right? It could lead to many, many other things with information like this, because this is the World Population Review.com. So,
well, it tells us why. It tells us a lot of things. It explains. It brings a lot of explanations to us as to why certain people behave in certain ways.
And listen, and
you know, so you know something else. It follows my chain of thought. Noteworthy to be drawn out. Do you see any inherently African countries in there?
It wouldn't be.
Or Caribbean countries, or you know what I mean? Except you know what I'm saying, right? Like if you say Nigeria,
well,
or
South Africa is in there, isn't it?
Well, you said.
Yeah, South Africa is in there. Bahrain is in there.
Yeah, but they not.
Who has the wealth and the power in South Africa?
The
1%.
Right.
Okay. Say no more.
But they're way down. But you know it's.
But Bahrain is third, though. Bahrain is third.
I'm not shocked at the Philippines. I've heard that already. I'm not shocked. But I'm surprised that number one. Well, number two, I've heard. Heard certain things in here.
I'm surprised at Bahrain too, though. Bahrain.
Yeah, I wanted to go there, so I better not go in there.
The reason why I'm surprised at Bahrain, because Bahrain has brought in a lot of black athletes from the Caribbean. A lot of athletes from Jamaica. Well, I mean, I'm laughing at myself now. I mean, in order to put the country on the map, if you get athletes from Jamaica and they go to the Olympics and they get a medal, your country will be more highlighted. So that's why I'm laughing at myself. So, folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets at WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after the short message. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
the pain, we can't take the pressure. Pain, we crying. Somebody got to do something. Right now we really need a Messiah to take me out of this thing dance. For everything I got to be crying all in vain. Rich or poor, black or white, we feeling the same. Then give Belmont, Cedrus, and Shabro. Somebody gotta do something. Somebody gotta fix something. Somebody do something. Somebody gotta run something. Come down.
Do something.
Help, pain. It's only losses today and no gain. Help, fire. Somebody got to ease up the pressure. Like nobody seems to care about the poor. All them rich people close up the door. And who have the head to carry me through and through. Only care about themselves and that's for me and you know. Then dance, Belmont, Labrador, Arima. Somebody gotta run something. Somebody gotta fix something. Somebody do something. Come on. Nobody seems to care about this suffering. Heartaches, we get it. Sometimes it makes me feel like revolting. This thing keep going on year after year. How much more could more people care? Somebody got to put a hand to the wheel. But who don't care in the long run going to feel. Rio Claro, Enterprise, Dandy Grandi, Stando, somebody, run something. Somebody gotta do something. Running, begging for help is best how we get it. Youth, dying, we are the elders got to do something. Somebody got to do something quick. The human time bomb done started it. And if you don't do something and turn this thing around, when it pops, I don't know where they point to run. Them dance, Aranas, Avanti, Toko. Somebody gotta do something. Somebody gotta run something. Somebody gotta do something.
Somebody, somebody, somebody. Somebody gotta do something. Somebody gotta run something. Somebody, somebody, somebody. Somebody say something. Somebody, 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 somebody. Somebody gotta do something. Somebody, somebody, somebody. Somebody do something. Somebody.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We're not hearing anything. Are you hearing anything, Tommy?
Nope, I'm hearing you.
He's putting up a video, I think. Anybody hearing anything on? It's paused.
Stop your crying. Better days are coming.
Of course, ladies, you want to believe in 2023 that better days are coming. You know.
So can I say something on the heels of that song that you just played there?
Sure.
I just see a post since better days are coming. I just see a post from Coleman Bird on the TTT live line on Friday, December 23rd, 2022. We deposited US 182 million TT 1.23 billion into our Heritage and Stabilization Fund, preserving wealth for the future generations in Trinidad and Tobago. This makes a total of US 345 million TT 2.35 billion deposited in the HSF in 2022. Better days coming?
Yeah, better days are coming. Well, I mean, didn't we have didn't the okay, let me go here. Let me go over here. I played this the last time when we were here with the announcement by the Minister of Finance, right? He told us that. Hold on, let's repeat this here. You know, I mean, so maybe things are looking up. Yeah?
But is it a secret or is it public knowledge?
Things are getting better.
I don't think Tommy, I don't think it's a secret. I think it's public knowledge, but sometimes, you know. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't want to. No. The Foster, relax yourself. Relax yourself, the Foster. The Foster want to play himself just to, yes? You think even
from beyond.
Yeah, you want to come from beyond, boy. I think this is it here. Here we go. This is it here. Well, you remember this? We played this last time.
Things are getting better. Things will be better. And that takes me into my 2023 greetings. 2023 is going to be a much better year than previous years. we are going to be doing all that we can as a government and me as Minister of Finance to distribute as much of the national wealth as we possibly can to those who really need it. So 2023 is a year where we're going to go all out to use our improved financial situation to help those most in need and then help everyone, whether you're working class, whether you're middle class, whether you're in business. So I wish everyone a very bright and a most prosperous New Year 2023.
So Diana, you get it right?
Yes, something too credible. That's a trinket phrase and a look. They're trying to bamboozle and mama guy people. In the middle of Christmas.
Diana, but you just said how much billions TT was placed into the heritage.
And it's going to reach the people.
Diana contradicting herself.
I contradict myself. I read it. I'm going to tell you why I said it now. Is it going to reach those that I need, or that is more?
Just tell you that. You just tell you that.
That's more money.
Diana, you just tell you that. That's why I play.
That is more money to fund and all the big wigs and all them fans. They're all them who feeding at the trough.
Diana, you read
Give
something.
Me a break. Give me a break. But look, Anselm, you know me, the election time coming up. Election time coming up. I want to bamboozle people. Yeah. They want to be, they're starting from now because they realize they have to do a real good job this time. They want to people and bamboozle them.
Let me say welcome to Kavita Torres and Andre Taylor. Kavita Torres and Andre Taylor, welcome. Go ahead, Diana.
Yeah, they want to bamboozle the people. Oh, come in. I mean, come on. Look at the roads and Anselm. Look, what are you doing?
So you don't believe what you just read?
They could have all that there. Yeah, that's nice. But how is it gonna help me, the woman with 4 and 5, to catch him and then I need to send them to school.
Obviously, they put some in the heritage. They kept some for themselves or for the people.
Like say, repeat just the last sentence. Huh? You kept some for the stuff. You got to go in the hospital. You had a bedpan to do it. You got to do it. A woman had to have her husband pee in a vomit bag. All that. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Diana,
we have to remind them that that's needed.
Who are you talking to?
But Diana, what will satisfy you?
What will satisfy me?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing. I mean, you're going to have poverty in societies. Yes, I know. I don't know why it has to exist. I don't know why it shouldn't. Right? Nah, you know what's up. Look at the schools the children going to school in. You building falling down.
What would satisfy you? What would satisfy you?
Listen to me. I hear what I'm saying. Then you'll know. The crime element out of control. Out of control. You give me as a woman, I go down there, I go point A to point B, and I'm being driven. I'm frightened to go anywhere else.
Anyway,
until I can walk around and nobody, I go in the market. I could have been not up in the market. You're going in the market, you know, somebody come in, pow. What's going on? And all this money, that's a trinket they're waving and trying to bamboozle and mama guy the people. But all you see, look, Anderson says shit, water still coming out.
But Anna, if you don't say it and you don't do it, you know what you're going to say, right?
Anderson still have shit water coming out heat pipe.
No, you understand. I'm just saying.
And answer. You ran a film the other day up in Belmont. It was a Diego Martin or somewhere. Many people ain't get water for months. And they had to pay a water bill still, eh?
Cookery.
Okay, cookery. They had to pay a water bill still. Huh? And you telling me that is fair to them people?
No.
That is not. No.
But it's not fair. That's why I posted it. But what I'm saying to you that, you know, you have to try and be fair too as well.
How fair in what way?
Because listen to this, right? So if I come and tell you, you know, Diana, I'm gonna promise you that I'm gonna give you $1,000 next month.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm glad you bring that up. Go ahead.
You gotta hear me, right? If I'm gonna promise you, I'm gonna give you $1,000 next month
Mhm.
on January 31st, right?
Yeah.
Right. You could
I
always
listen.
say, well, you know what? And someone gave me that money because before you ain't give me no money. So you ain't give me no money. You just come into bamboozle me. Why don't you wait to see what happens and then you can make a more informed opinion?
Okay, so I can talk now. I'm glad you bring up the $1,000.
Yeah.
And this economic backdrop, everything gone up. Everything has escalated, even up here for us too, eh?
Mhm.
And you come with 1,000 TT. 1,000 TT is how much US? Tell me now.
No, that was just an example. That was
What
just
the,
an example.
Ibsberg didn't say he was somebody. Ibsberg said it, or somebody said they're gonna get him $1,000
No, but that was just an
next.
example. I
No,
just
there was
put
a
a note
video.
there.
Y'all in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I heard there was a video where they said they're gonna be either Dr. Rowley said it or but I might be wrong. Correct me who said it. That they're going to become next year, they're going to give them $1,000 or something. So they did say something like that. Yeah. So $1,000 in TT and US is what? All give me now. You think Biden come
$1,000
to
in
in
US?
US? Huh?
$6,500. $6,500. TT.
You say $1,000,
US.
1,000 TT.
Oh, you say 1,000 TT?
Yeah, 1,000 TT. If you gonna get him 1,000 TT, yeah, that's what it said.
How much
It's
US
either,
is that?
it's either Imsberg, it's either
175.
Dr. Rowley or Donald. One of them, sir, I can't remember who. But y'all have many chat, huh?
153. 153 US.
I don't have it. You think Biden will come and tell me he gave me $153 in January to do what with Mr. Biden? To do what?
Diana,
Answer. Let me finish now. You're not getting my chance, right? You're not getting my chance. Right? And I'm not angry, guys. I'm just passionate. When in the backdrop and in the era and we awoke about reparations, you want to come and give me $153 US to do what with? To do what with? That is why we will always be at the bottom on the rung of the economic ladder. I don't want $1,000. I want something to create intergenerational wealth to pass along to my children and my grandchildren. I want to be able to sustain myself, live comfortably, peacefully. I want a proper working society. I don't want shit water coming out of my tank, out of my pipe. I want to be able to buy my children book lists. I want to be able to feed my children. What 1,000 TT could do that could create intergenerational wealth for me. They could keep the money. They could keep the money. 1,000 TT to do what? To do what with? That is not created intergenerational wealth, and you're going to have a set of the population perpetually impoverished. While they themselves, you said it, lying in their pocket with the rest of the $1 billion or wherever they said they deposited. It is not reaching the people. It is not reaching the people. Why are they reaching the people? Come on. Better than that, in this era of reparations, talk money. It's only 1 million and something people in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go from there. Oh, reparations. Come and talk to me. Biden can't come to him about $153. I will ask him if he's crazy. $150 do what? If you're gonna give me 153 million, we could talk. Yeah, that reparation there. I could do something with that. But you can't come give me no $153 and tell me you promised me. No, I am woke. And that is what I want for the people in Trinidad and Tobago that are suffering. Forget them $5,000 carnival costume and put your money somewhere that will grow some sort of investment. Intergenerational wealth is what you have to start to create now. Anyway, I said what I had to say.
Thank you.
Somebody said what? 240 to buy books? Eric Williams used to do that?
There are people who are suffering that will willingly take $1,000, or people in this country here who are suffering that will willingly take $153 to put food on the table for their kids.
I ain't taking it.
Because you wouldn't take it.
That's an insult.
I think there's hundreds of thousands of people in this country.
That's an insult.
Who will take $153 US, and I just said $1,000 just to use it as an
But
example.
no, there was a video. Somebody in the channel
I,
there,
I just
there was a video where they say come next year, January, February, summer. They're going. I'm not content see if I find it. They're going to be dispensing these, and I'm more sure I heard 1,000. Y'all can correct if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I will admit, but I heard something about something, but getting some kind of money, and they have all this money, and why the people that why the people that carry away the garbage ain't getting paid on time? Huh? That'll cause a stink, leave the garbage overflowing. Well, what kind of madness is that? People in the dump. They're treating them people like next to nothing. They're the ones essential. If you want essential workers, the people that handle the garbage. Essential workers, they need health coverage, they need proper salary, they need proper PPEs and stuff. While they're in there sorting, that is what's needed. Up in your constituency, through Macaclam, and then they need the building on Duncan Street to be put in there for them and let it roll over and over into the society. Something, man. Start with some sort of mini mall in there and let money come through the community, turn over in the community. You need these are things that are needed. Where how could man? I was about need help, man. Yeah, Black Stars need help. We don't have to beg in Canada for anything. What is for you? We all get in the garbage people need to strike. I've been telling them that. Yes. Mommy, to all that hush up now. What's going on? Come on.
No, we listening.
Hey, put that
Listening. You see, because I think that I don't know what would satisfy you. I don't know what. I think anytime something is done, you're gonna shift the goalpost and say you can do this too, you can do that too. To me, right? I will criticize you for not doing something, but when you do something, I can't criticize you for doing something too. That's the easiest thing to do.
Better can always be done.
Always be done. Better can always be done. Always be done. But if I'm doing something, and you criticize me for not doing something, when I'm doing something, you'll criticize me for doing something too. So that means to say it doesn't matter what I do, it never satisfy you.
Anselm, if something is like you have a hole in a bucket and you decide to stuff it with paper, eventually that paper gonna absorb and drop out. Isn't it? If
that's what you have to do for the time being to stop the water, that's what you have to do.
Nah. Oh look, somebody
of course. All right, let me give you a prime example.
Wait. Indra Alagis, I can't see my glasses. Aliagasa, I hope I'm saying your name right. $1,000 a pensioners January to help them with traveling, something like that. How is that creating it for them to create intergenerational to hand off to their grandchildren?
Diana, that has nothing to do with intergenerational wealth. That has nothing to do with that. You can take everything that has happened and say, oh, what do I do for intergenerational wealth? That has nothing to do. You are talking about setting up people to be entrepreneurs, right? You are talking about economic development.
Repeat yourself again. Repeat the first sentence you said.
Entrepreneur, setting them up.
No. That has nothing to do with
intergenerational wealth.
Thank you. And that is the point I was arguing.
But no,
what does that how are they creating it?
But Diana, if I'm giving you $1,000 for something that happened, I'm not giving you $1,000 to create intergenerational wealth. I'm giving you that because
so your mama got him then.
There you go again. You see, you're just proving yourself correct.
Your mama got him.
You are proving yourself correct. You are proving yourself correct. Every time I give you something, there's a reason why I give it to you.
Because you want it both. That's what I want. And I'm not giving him and I want him to know you're not getting my vote so easy. Yes, Tommy.
Diana, I'm just trying to pose a scenario that seems logical. If I'm a young person or a middle-aged person in Trinidad and Tobago,
Tommy, wait a minute. Eugene, I am not vexed. I would like to come on camera, but I can't. I'm doing something on another screen. I am passionate about things that are to the core of my existence. If I'm angry, you will know. You will know, Eugene. You don't know me, so you're taking my passion. You are mistaking my passion for getting angry. I am not. All right? I'm very passionate about things. And when I get passionate, it may appear to you that, but I'm really not, Eugene. But go ahead, Tommy.
Anyway, passionate Diana.
Hey.
If let's say I'm a middle-aged person in Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah.
and I want to empower myself, and I decide that I'm going to put together a business plan and present it to the authorities because they decide that they're going to help in one way or another. Isn't that a more logical approach to at least starting to create some intergenerational wealth?
A business plan for who? For the
No,
older person?
I said to the authorities, to those who control the finances.
Okay, you can hand off the business plan, but you get any money to start it?
No, what I'm saying, well, if I want to do something, then I'll present a plan, and if they want to help, they will. But for them to just
but they're not doing it. But they and look, I like how you do that. They're gonna give me $1,000 to jump on the ferry and go here there and spend money here, there, and everywhere, and not hold on to something to pass on to my younger. Huh? Okay.
Obviously they'll be trying to stimulate the economy.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah. Good point. Stimulate the economy, but is it reaching who it's supposed to reach? That's my concern. Now watch it. They open up some fish fry place in Carenage. Right? How many people in Laventille up get a booth up in there? They're fixing up Arapita Avenue. Right? Yeah, what they're fixing up, right? I see it doing nothing, in the other depressed areas. The areas that are suffering. Point 14s and I ain't hearing nothing, so they're putting things in selective neighborhoods. And if you don't call them out, perhaps these people want to do something. Let the MPs approach that. What would you want a business? They should be able to help them. Sad what's going on in that twin republic, man. It's slowly becoming the haves and the have-nots. And you're going to see the disparity more glaring as time goes on. And when the disparity between the have and the have-not is glaring, then you know what kind of society you have? You have a real bourgeois society there. Bougie. But go on past bourgeois. Sad. Sad. But anyway, let me hold my corner. What? And I write in Caroni South Bank Road. What Kabisa saying?
I just think that when they don't do the right things, I will criticize them vehemently.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's trying to do something, I can't criticize them for trying to do something. And let me give an example, right?
Yeah.
I see Senator Nakid. I will call Senator Nakid too. I see Senator Nakid talking about a hole in Westmoreland and comparing to a hole on the Beatum. And Senator Nakid was way off base with that. Way off base. Because the people in Beatum have to deal with that sinkhole or the cesspit hole for months. Them people in Westmoreland are not going to have to deal with that for months. They're not. Because they're going to get certain privileges. Right? And I see Senator Nakid made that comparison. I say, boy, Senator Nakid, boy, me and you cool, but nah, boy, you can't make that comparison, boy. Really and truly.
Right in there.
Them people in Westmoreland should have been standing up when they had the sewer water in the Beatum. Because when it's in their neighborhood, them poor, black, disadvantaged people neighborhood, them people that sit down and say, that ain't nothing to do with me. So when you get a sinkhole, I will only take it for 9 months too. I will only smell sewer for 9 months too. Equality. We talking about equality? Let them spend it for 9 months too. Senator Nakir, let them spend it for 9 months too.
That's what I say. So you see the disparities I'm talking about, and
Yeah,
you know, and our area.
That's different though.
But what area are you talking about?
You are speaking about. I am speaking about when certain things are put in place, and when certain things are put in place, your perspective is that they're trying to bribe you. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that.
So all of a sudden now, you know, yeah, but come on, Anselm. Anselm, you know, they're up to their, like you just said, their red tricks. They they have to start earlier because the sufferation they put on the people.
Not everything is red tricks.
The sufferation they put on the people is so harsh this time. They had to try to, you know, bamboozle them for longer so that when time comes to dip the finger in the ink, they totally bamboozle, they forget. That's what's going on. And they're not seeing through that. You can't come to me and I catch you my nenen. I don't know what you are POC or whatever. Material, the rent going up, gas going up, everything going up, and scrambling with whatever, you know. And then now you want to come and do what?
So don't take it then. Don't take it. So don't take it. Dana, you have a choice, you know. If they come to bamboozle you, don't let them bamboozle you.
Yeah,
Don't
take it and they still don't vote for them. But it's a bad time to take they're bamboozling them. And they're waving trinkets in front of them. That's what it is. You can't come and bamboozle me. You got to ask you straight. What it's for?
Don't care what they try to give you is they're trying to bamboozle you.
Well, Spain now has close to 1,000 people.
Come and we decide to give out hampers are bamboozling you.
Look, and Indira said the $1,000 is a one-time payment. What will the pensioners do when it finished? Thank you. One-time payment. And they have more homeless people living on the streets now than ever. And all this money going in the Heritage Fund.
No, Diana, if you make an argument, for example, if you said, well, you know, the Independence Day celebration that cost $17,000, they could have taken that money and put it towards social services. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But you didn't think it makes sense when I said it at the time.
No. I said that.
And now I'm saying that this is a bamboozling that they're going on with, and you're going to find it makes sense later on. But go ahead.
Diana, I said, I was very critical of the government.
I said they shouldn't have it. They shouldn't have it. That money should have gone towards resources in the country, help out the poor and the underprivileged. That's where it should have gone. No.
I said, and I even compared to the Tanzania president or whoever she is that took $400,000 that was carted for an Independence Day celebration and put it towards social services.
Yeah, and they spent so much. How much money they spent to have a taste of Carnival, and what was the profit realization? Come on.
No. But you see, you mixing up apples and oranges.
I mean,
because every time something is done for you, it's a trinket.
Yeah, it's a trinket.
All right.
Okay. In Trinidad and Tobago, it's a trinket. They're bamboozling, they're waving a pendulum to try to hypnotize me. It ain't working. And now I want to see maybe more trickle down. I want to see it trickle out more. I want to see, you know, they're trying to bamboozle you. Yeah, wait, bing, bing. Ain't working. Not with me. I seen through all of it. And apparently, like, this is what they're accustomed doing. So they're going to continue with their bad behavior. You know? So let it be.
Diana, sorry to say, but I don't think you can be pleased. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, I don't think nothing that could be done in Trinidad and Tobago today will please you.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
No, I could just go by what you say.
You know what, Anselm? I know a different Trinidad and Tobago. I know. I live there, went to school there, worked there, frolic, played, party. I know a different Trinidad and Tobago. That is why I'm so passionate
But
about
I
what
know a
is
different
going on
I
now.
know a different Trinidad and Tobago too.
Different. Hey,
I know
I
a
know a
different.
different. Even though my experiences were bad in my home, I know when I was out in society, it was a different ambiance. It was a different, even though you had your ism, here and there, it was a different ambiance. A gal could walk the street and nobody ain't snatching she bag and they ain't trying to snatch her and cut her throat and rape her, throw her down no hill, no matter what time of the day or night. Where I want that ambiance to come back. That is what I want. Then I know they're taking a turn for the better. You used to hear about all these pow killings. You used to hear about all this. Somebody get killed. That was big news. Big news. There would be the Bomb and the Punch and the Express and what the papers they had, Tommy. You remember any? Huh? Anybody remember any other papers?
The Punch.
Tommy's frozen. Yeah, the Punch. So until that ambiance returns, right? I'm not comfortable. It just Capitas says Carnival from a long Carney South Bank Road. That is what 30 kilometers. What do we mean by that?
Well, all I have to say is that I want things to get better in Trinidad and Tobago, and if I'm seeing things that are if there's hope, some people thinks many things are hopeless. I drop the less and I put full, and I say there are many things that are hopeful, because we could always look at the things that are happening and said that's not gonna happen and this is not gonna happen and this is not gonna happen, and at the end of the day, I want the best for the country. If I see they're not doing what they're supposed to do, I'm the first one to be very critical of them. But if I see there are things that they are trying to do, I want them to try to do even more. I at least I want to see some things trying to be done, and they're not just sitting down and not doing anything. If they're not sitting down and doing anything, then I could say yes, they ain't doing nothing. But if they're trying, I want to give them a chance to try. And if they try and fail, I'd be the first one to criticize them. Right? But you had to give them an opportunity.
And historically, that they have been trying and doing the same thing, the same behavior. So I'll watch and see what's going to come out of it. But I'm saying me, as an individual voter, you're not bamboozling me so. You're not fooling me. I want to see more. Right? I know I represent some voices. Right? I had children. Our grandchildren, I want to see something with my children and my grandchildren have opportunity abound in an oil and gas rich nation. I want to see those things, right? You ain't getting my vote until I see something turning around. Don't come and tell me, things are going to be better. I want to see it. Don't lip service. Lip service ain't worth nothing. I want to see real action. Me as the type of voter I am, I want to see action. I want to see something. I want to see tangible things.
I firmly believe when things hit bottom, it's only have one way to go.
Fine.
No, Dan, I would say there's a next bottom. There's a bottom below the bottom. I sorry, boy. I don't know. I really don't know. I tend to look at things and try to see if there's something being done. I mean, if you're sick, you have to try to take some medicine or try to do something to get you better. You don't think you don't think it's gonna get worse. You know what I mean? You want to do something to try to get better.
I want to see judicial reform. I want to see things, look, I'll put something in the chat there. Some person old and homeless and they're entitled to the pension, but you have people inside that working inside the government entity to try to block the benefit.
Diana,
Are
has
you
there been
doing that?
anything done in Trinidad and Tobago that you are satisfied with?
Why are you doing that? Why?
Diana,
Why?
has there been anything done in Trinidad over the past year that you are satisfied with?
Anything done? Yeah, they get rid of the exemption.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I'm sure there are people in Trinidad and Tobago can say that, there are certain things that they have seen, and they
Really?
will like certain things to get better, and I will like things to get better too.
Oh,
You understand? But many people can say that. Many people will say that nothing has been done. We can't say nothing has been done.
I'm saying nothing has been done, but they like it. It's not affecting and the people who are supposed to be benefiting from all the things that it ain't reaching them. I don't know. The children being molested. Look, we have a fresh story out of which home? I don't want to mix up the home. A new story, even though we had the Sabga report came out. You have a new story with Pierce Robinson. I'm following him. I'm trying to get him on the show to talk about it. It's still going on at this home. Oh, give me a break, man. Give me a break. The Paria report, the Paria commission, all that. Anyway.
Oh boy, Diana, you just keep on a lot of negativity, boy. Whoa.
Anyway.
You alone carrying all that negativity, Diana.
I'm not. Why am I negative, Anselm, and I'm bringing out all the things that go on?
I said you alone carrying all that. It is negativity.
I am not carrying any negativity. I'm just highlighting it.
Yeah, but if you highlighted it, because you have to think about it. You have to think about it.
I pull it up here on the phone. The things that are going on in Trinidad and Tobago now.
I can't think about all them negativity.
But you asked me what the things that are going on, the murder rate and all that.
No, I asked about anything positive.
Maybe pause here a moment. I don't care. Listen, and I want to really understand this. I don't want children in this world, So I don't have to be concerned about what Trinidad and Tobago do, I'm doing it, because of the person I am, the activist I am, right? If they want to continue down the road they are, it doesn't benefit me in any way, I have no one that comes off of me directly to have to live in that society. Yeah, I have nieces and nephews, but I don't have no children, grandchildren, to benefit from everything from the government of Trinidad and Tobago, So if they want to continue down that road, they continue. And well, hey, they want to keep putting the finger in the air for the same thing over and over. Fine. Keep that. That's all you want. That's what they want.
And it's 100% correct in everything that she says.
What? Name a political party that have governed to satisfy what? Oh,
you're 100% correct in everything that you say.
Oh, there.
Eugene says, Diana, name a political party that's governed to satisfy you.
What's his name? Eugene.
Yeah.
I left Trinidad and Tobago when who was in power? No? I think Chambers. Okay. And as a young lass, I must say, truthfully, I didn't give a hoot who was in charge. I wasn't into politics. It wasn't my game. I really didn't care. You used to hear stories of the older folks talk, but it was not my cup of tea. Right? It's not my cup of tea. I never followed politics. I know there was discrimination. I was discriminated against for jobs and stuff. My funny name and my accent. But I never really got deep into, so it would be unfair of me to name, I can't say. Really. Well, not everybody gets fair. What's the opposite? Not everybody gets the fair treatment.
Yeah, not everybody gets fair treatment.
That is so true in life. Capiza Lee Kuan Yew? Who's Lee Kuan Yew?
That's the guy from Singapore.
I would prefer to fight for the suffering people.
I mean, that's what I do.
Mm,
You know? But at the end of the day,
mm.
I can be consumed by everything that's negative that's going on in the country.
But I am not beyond the program. You think when I come on the program, I just be worried about me?
No, I am not just. All I'm saying
I
is that
like to live, Anselm. No, no.
no. All I'm saying is that I mean, when we are here for the 3 hours that we are here and we are talking, I mean, I would like to hear some good things that are
You,
happening too.
you would like to hear. So if you want to hear, then you say it or Tommy say it if you know there's something positive happening. If I know
Well,
there's something positive happening, I will say it.
well, then that's then you're not being real then.
Didn't I read about the
Because then
Heritage
you're only looking for
Stabilization
negative things.
Fund?
Then you're only looking for negative things.
Didn't I
Usually
read
says,
about did I read
Diana,
about the
you haven't answered
didn't,
my question.
didn't I read about the Heritage Stabilization Fund deposit?
Yeah, but you said that's
That not
trinkets. No, you read it and then you went on to say that's trinkets.
the
That's what
money
I'm
they put in
saying.
there. I'm
That's
saying that money
exactly.
put in there because they want to go next year to give the senior citizens this $1,000.
No, I don't know if it was put for that. I don't know. You don't
Yeah,
know.
there was a video. If I can find it, I'll put it to you.
That they
There was
put
a
money in the
video.
Well,
Heritage
what
and Stabilization
what's
Fund
in
to
the
get 1,000
stabilization fund is
pension.
not what they would give to the citizens.
Huh? Say that to me.
What they put in the heritage and stabilization fund is savings for a rainy day. What they
That's what
would
it is.
give what they would give to the citizens is what they would not put in the fund. But at the same time, we want solutions, but permanent solutions is what we yearn for. And I know that's probably what Diana thoughts are, which are very noble, and we should all push to make sure that we get meaningful and permanent solutions. But at the same time, whatever they're doing, we can't we
But in
can't
the in the
throw it all
interim,
out.
we have to have short-term solutions.
That's right.
And if you can't get long-term solutions, you have to have short-term solutions. And to me, when Diana said about the good point about the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, but then she turned around and said that's trinkets. I mean, it's something good, but it's only something good because they're trying to do something with that something.
No, that's not what I meant, Ansel. I knew that they were going, they made a video talking about giving this $1,000 to the people. So when he come on, this is how I'm linking the story in my head.
That doesn't have
This
anything
is
to
how
do with
I'm,
the
wait, can
Heritage
I
and
finish? Give me
Stabilization
a minute.
Fund, though. That doesn't have
Can I,
anything to do with the Heritage and
because,
Stabilization Fund. That does
okay,
not have anything to do with it.
but this is this is my thinking because they get this money in here, then he made a video. Oh, the better things are going to be better, and then even you yourself said he double spoke in his little
Oh,
video,
of course he did.
right?
Of course he
Yeah?
did.
Okay,
Yes, he
fine.
did.
So he's
He did.
saying something good, but there's something bad. So they talk about this $1,000 to the one-time payment, and I'm thinking, oh, so where they getting all this money from? In my head, I was thinking, where they getting this money from? So now you understand. Now oh, they put all that money in the heritage and civilization. Oh, they have money to give the people. Oh, okay. Trinket, to get them a trinket, $1,000. That's how I put it. Right? You don't have to agree with me, but that's just my, analysis of what was said. Right? I might be wrong. I'm never right. I might be wrong.
You could be right. You
Right?
may be
I
wrong.
be wrong.
You
Be honest with you. You don't have no money to get them for book
You're
food.
right.
You don't have no money
You're
to
wrong.
help these all these homeless people. There's no money to do plenty of things. Plenty of things. They take with the subsidy on gas and all kind. It's like, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm getting confused now. Where they get all this money from? The plan to give away $1,000, and so they have money from where? It's coming from somewhere. So that's just how I was thinking.
the energy sector, my dear.
And $1,000 in with everything going up to the most vulnerable of the society, the seniors who live on a fixed income already, right? $1,000, fine. Okay, are you going to give it to me every month? Just one-time payment?
Well,
I
maybe
don't know.
they'll get enough money to keep giving it. We'll see.
Well, let's hope.
I wish we had gotten that that thing they gave us here in America. I wish we had gotten that every month too. Yes.
The stimulus check.
Yeah, I wish we get that every month. Yeah. That's all I'm wishing. I'm wishing I get that every month. You know what I mean? Some things are reasonable and some things are unreasonable. You know what I mean? I mean, many of us wish we could get that stimulus check every month. What we get? 1,400? 1,400?
We getting a,
That's all,
we
that's
getting a,
all
we
you
getting
get.
a,
Huh?
we getting a cost of living increase on
Social
retirement fund.
Security. Mm.
Yeah, coming this
Yeah.
from January every month.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I mean, I would love to get that stimulus check every month. It's just that, I mean, reasonable is reasonable, and sometimes unreasonable is unreasonable. You know, because if you do something, you know, to try as a short term measure, right?
mm.
Short term, at least you know I get in something rather than I don't get anything. You know, if I don't get anything, you say I'm not getting anything. But if I get
Mm.
something, you want it to be a longer term. So I mean, you could always find a reason to. That's my thing.
Oh,
You could
well.
always find a reason to say, you know, well, they're trying their best, or you could find a reason to say they're not doing the best. So I mean, to me, if I see you doing something and you're not trying to fool the people, right? Then I could say that you are trying. But if I see you are doing it and you're trying to fool the people, for example, if there's an election next month and you start to pave roads all over the place, right? I know you're trying to fool the people. I know that. But if no election and you're trying to do something, I could still say you're trying to fool the people anyway.
All right then. Talk your talk.
No. But that doesn't mean they say you're trying to fool the people.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that.
It'll be too late when they open their eye.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, you know, I
Well,
guess
instead of waiting
I'm
till
just an optimistic person, I guess. That's
okay.
it. Eugene, Capiza, Albert, Carice, Rennie, uh, Albert Montano, Indra, if you're still there, Anderson, Akira, put closing comments in the chat. Nadia, if you're still there, I didn't see Takesha tonight. Put closing comments in the chat. And of course, you guys know that, you know, we kind of wanted to celebrate. Um, hey, look, Eugene, say hi to Carice, yes? We wanted to celebrate, you know, the life and times of the great, you know, Dr. Kalis, you know, because, I mean, he was a great icon to many in Trinidad and Tobago. And, you know, it's a sad to see that, you know, he has left us. And also sad to see that Pele, you know, I mean, the greatest soccer player of all time, the GOAT in soccer, you know, has also left us. And, you know, Explainer left us recently as well. Francine also left us as well. You know, so 2022, you know, as far as, you know, those three icons of Calypso, you know, leaving us, it hasn't been the best year. And, you know, with things happening in Trinidad, the highest murder rate ever in the history of the country, you know, and we only have about 1 or 2 days left in the country. Let's hope that, you know, there's no more, you know, and 2023 could get off to a good start with many positive happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Stay and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. You know, at one point in time, Pele was in Trinidad and Tobago. What year was that, boy? I think I have that, yes. Hold on. Let me see what year was that, if they have the year, yeah. That he was actually, huh?
He might have interacted with Alvin Cornell. The 70s.
Let me see. Yeah, maybe.
Had it been
At
Santis.
Queen's Park Oval in 1977.
I remember.
Yeah, it was at the Queen's Park Oval in 1977. I can't make out who them people on them is there, but you know, they had some pictures with them and it seemed like a team from Brazil. That could
Santos.
maybe Santos, yeah, Tommy. Yeah, Santos. Yeah, that's interesting. So, you know, great Pele. You know, and I mean, I just would like to see positive things happen for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You know, that's it. Because we could always continue to feel that. I mean, there are many in Trinidad and Tobago who wouldn't mind the murder rate get to 700 or get to 800 because it's politics.
Hmm.
You know? And at the end of the day, you know, and when any government is in power, you want as much negative to happen to the country. And at the end of the day, people suffer. So my philosophy is totally different. And whatever government in power, I want the betterment for the people of the country.
Period.
So people could survive and be happy and be merry. And I could go back to Trinidad and be happy and be merry. You know, I could walk the streets, you know, without having to look at my back, look behind my back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. You know, and that is where you want. That's when you're about country rather about party. You know, and I am more about the country and that people live in harmony and live in peace. You know, and the bandits and them, you know, they control the bandits and them and whenever they do what they're not supposed to do, take them out, right? And do whatever you have to do with them. You know, because they're making it sad for people in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, and I don't care which government in power. You know, but I think what we have to do, we have to try and see how we as a people, all of us. But that's kind of difficult to hear because at the end of the day, you know, you as a political party want to become the party that runs the country, and you're gonna do whatever is necessary in order for the party in power, you know, to look as bad as possible. You know, and that's just the way it is. That happens all over the world, so that's not new to Trinidad and Tobago.
Nope.
Yeah, but when it comes to national affairs and betterment for the people, a bipartisan approach has to be taken.
Tommy, I hear you, Tommy. Diana, Eugene Julian said he's disappointed he didn't answer his question.
What question did I answer? I answered it. I said growing up, I wasn't into politics. What was it with who was running in my time? I cannot judge it if I did not follow it. I cannot. I was too young, and my head was elsewhere.
Well,
I was
put it. Since you have become aware, name a political party that have governed to satisfy you. Since you become aware of the politics,
I'm not going to do that. I will be biased. I may be biased and incorrect without, you know, substantial facts. I won't answer that question.
Okay, all right. So Eugene, stop trying to push Diana to answer the question, and she says she wants to answer the question.
No, I'll be biased.
I think you're badgering Diana now, Eugene.
No, I'm not badgering me up, please. Yeah, you don't want to make me angry. You won't like the storm when she's angry.
I think he's a badgerer. Eugene, I think he's a badgerer. You come to badger Diana for the new year.
Badgering me.
Yeah. So folks, today's what? Today's the
29th.
29th.
We have 30th and we have the 31st. Hey, Saturday is Old Year's, boy.
Yep.
Well, I wonder if we should do a show on Old Year's, boy.
Up to you. I know where I'll be.
So folks, we're not sure if we're gonna do a show on Old Year's night, because I myself have to go somewhere on Saturday. So maybe there's great possibility that we'll see everyone in the New Year's.
The New Year.
The New Year. Because, Old Year's, they just go and do all kind of thing. Yeah. You'll see us in the New Year's. In the New Year, yeah. So Albert Montano, Eugene Julian, all the people that joined us, Capiza, Rennie Mohammed, Ken John Caris, Rose, Indra. By the way, Indra say all the things you're saying is true, right? It makes sense.
Indira, I know she is,
Indira.
but thanks for your support.
Indra.
Thanks for your support, my sister.
Yeah. Capiza, Nadia, right? What did us do? What did us do for New Year's in Trinidad? I was going
There's Bus Bamboo. Bus Bamboo.
Bus Bamboo, fire bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do they drop a ball in Trinidad?
No. Maybe a what you call it? A tennis ball or cricket ball.
No, they just have a ball. They just have a ball.
Oh yeah. Told me that's a good one. They just have a ball. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So normally, yeah. Capiza want to run the show.
Yeah, good for him. The Lord heaven help you.
Yeah, boy. The FCC might ban we after you run that show, Capiza.
You know.
Facebook might ban me for 6 years. YouTube go ban me for a whole decade, 10 years. Right? Hey, Eugene. Albert Montano say, leave my Diana alone, eh? So Diana full respect, eh? Albert Montano say people cannot live in harmony in Trinidad because they have no money.
They have money.
They have no money. They can't live in
They
harmony
have money.
because they have
They
no
have
money.
money.
Yeah, they can't live in harmony because they have no money.
They have money.
Money.
They have money. They have no. Oh God, Albert, that's a good one, boy.
That's
Albert,
real good.
Yeah. Albert,
like
your
that
wife hear that one, right? Yeah. Your wife hear that one.
Look, the piece of trying to trap you into insider trading, eh?
Eugene said dropping up the ball only in New York. Wait, I thought I dropped the ball to in Trinidad.
Yeah, they drop a ball.
I thought it was going on Independence, go and drop a ball.
They're dropping it by the Chinese monument.
Okay.
No, you know where you go and drop it? Look, go up Chumaka and roll on down the hill.
You know, as Capiza said that, I was invited to go on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange tomorrow.
Yeah. Why you don't go and sing Nelly?
Sing Nelly. I go all the way to New York to go and sing Nelly. I pass on that. I'm a partner too, But I should go, man. I could get on CNN. And yeah, CNN have the right in the New York Stock Exchange, Capiza, what are you doing for New Year's? You gonna burn some bamboo in Caroni?
Bus bamboo, not bamboo.
Oh, but yeah, my bad. Bus bamboo.
Bus bamboo.
Nah, Capiza, I don't know Rowley t-shirt. I have P&M shirt, but I don't know Rowley shirt. I have a shirt with Rowley on it. Eric Williams, George Chambers, Patrick Manning.
Oh shoot.
That's a nice shirt.
Capiza said the last time you took Rowley the market. Oh God, only that easy,
Last time, no, he's talking about the NASDAQ.
Right? Not easy at all.
And they come on the NASDAQ, the market fall. The building could fall down. We jamming still.
Right.
We jamming still.
Hold them and rock them.
Yeah, hold on, before we go. Hold on. The building could fall down. We jamming still. Whatever. Oh, hold up. Oh, okay. Oh, let me see. Oh, here we go. Oh God, Trudy is the best. That's a parody, That's not the real video, That's a parody,
I know.
Yeah.
Treasury could burn down. Anyway.
Jamming still, boy. In
Mhm.
Trinidad, boy. We jamming
Oh,
still.
you jamming still.
Yeah, boy. We jamming still. You know, I mean, I listen. I would like to see better things in 2023. I would like better things to happen for the country. I don't want the country to go bad because anything to do with politics or because of politics. I want the country to be better. I want people to be able to say, listen, I love this country, and people don't have to stow away to Miami and get caught. You understand?
Hmm.
I don't want that. Yeah.
Um,
I want to I want to see things improve. You know. So remember, Frederick Douglass says, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet depreciate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its many waters. And Frederick Douglass also said, and this is one of my favorite quotes: power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. Find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them. And these will continue till they are resisted with either words or blows or with both. I prefer to be true to myself, even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, that I may be forced and to incur my own abhorrence. And finally, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all. I like to say what I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Uh, uh, are you ready, Diana?
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to end. See my brilliant light shining. I'm just going to end with three quotes. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. An imbalance between rich and poor is the oldest and most fatal ailment of all republics. And the opposite of poverty is not wealth. The opposite of poverty is enough. Diana Benskin, your global ambassador and poet, bidding you auf Wiedersehen until we meet in the new year. Good night. Happy New Year. Enjoy yourselves. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And if you do, name it after me. Good night.
Thank you, Diana.
Thanks, Diana.
Welcome.
Okay, Tommy.
Okay, now I'd like to deal with two topics for this new year that we need to keep in mind. That we have to dispel fear and that we have to keep hope alive, or hope for a better 2023, which I look forward to. We have to remember that fear builds its phantoms, which are more fearsome than reality itself. That's by Jawaharlal Nehru. And hope. Hope is like a road in the country. There was never a road, but when many people walk on it, the road comes into existence. That's by Lin Yutang. I'd like to wish everybody a very happy new year, safety, and like I said, we're hoping for a better 2023 than 2022. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you who are in the village with us back here next year. So be safe. Love you all. See you next year.
Thank you, Tommy. And also, I like to wish everyone a happy new year as well. And may things be much better in the world in 2023 than it was in 2022. And we as adults and individuals we can also make a difference in where we live, by, if we can, we make a life by what we give rather than what we receive. If we can help someone along, help someone along. And that's something we do very much here, in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. So, Montano said Frederick Douglass was not talking about people we like struggling. June asks, why people who are not white, people of color? Isn't white a color? No, they don't mean it in that way, Eugene. There's a particular meaning why they say people of color. Capizza says if you tell a big enough lie and tell it frequently enough, it will believe. Adolf Hitler. Albert says, I spent Christmas in 2018. I spent Christmas in 2018 on New Year's at midnight was fireworks in Laventille till 1:30 a.m. Okay. Albert, you was in Laventille or you was using a binoculars? Capizza says he opening his lab, a forensic lab in Trinidad.
Good.
With crypto. Comment. Albert says it's better to have positive feelings and don't dwell on the shortcomings. Better days are coming. Albert, here we go, Albert. I believe so, Better days are coming. Let's see what else. Okay.
Not seeing any other one.
No. Yeah, I ain't seen no other one. I think that's it. So we're gonna go out tonight with
Tonight the black man feeling to party.
Yeah, let me find that one. Black Stalin. Black Stalin. Black man feeling the party. There we go. So folks, we wish you a happy new year, and may the new year bring you all the blessings you richly deserve. And of course, we here in the village appreciate all of you. No, not yet. We in the village appreciate all of you, and we thank you for being loyal to us for the past year. And we'll see everyone in the new year, 2023, bright and early. And if you're eating your black cake, whatever you're gonna eat on old years and then come into New Year's, yeah. Capizza says we can make it if we try. All right.
We played that already.
Yeah, but we have never done anything for Capizza. Let me do something different for him. Let me play that for him. Capizza, we go play that for you. We go play that for you. Let me see if I have it there. Here we go. We played it already, Capizza, but we go play it for you again, all right? Let me play it for Capizza. We can make it if we try. Because I feel in 2023, Capizza go try.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
I feel in 2023, you go try. Here we go. We could make it if we try. Yeah, Capizza. Capizza, special one for you, man. Special one for you, man. Here we go. Black Stalin, folks.